Welcome to Sushmita's maths class. Here, maths is made so easy and simple that all of you will start liking it. Today, we will learn about fractions. So, what are fractions? Fractions shows the part of a whole, and all the parts should be of equal size. Then only we can say it is a proper fraction. See, when we have made 4 parts and shaded one, we call it 1 by 4 or 1/4. Now, this portion is written over here and this is known as numerator. The shaded portion, and this is known as denominator, which indicates the total number of parts. So here we have divided it into 4 parts. Now any fraction can be written in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. Because in the previous video I already told you, when we are dividing something by 0, it is not defined or it is infinite, and we cannot divide anything by 0. The answer is not certain. Different types of fractions are, first is proper fraction. Proper fraction, here the numerator is less than denominator. So 2 by 3, 4 by 5, 7 by 9, these are all proper fractions. Next is improper fraction. Improper fraction has numerator greater than denominator. Say 3 by 2, 9 by 7, 5 by 3. Now why do we call it as proper and why do we call it as improper fraction? These are proper fraction because this we can get in one whole. So one thing is divided into 3 parts, 3 equal parts, and out of that we have taken 2, so we can call it as 2 by 3. But when we divide something into 2 parts, we cannot get 3. So how do we get this 3? So for example, if we have got 2 apples and they are divided into 2 parts. I said denominator shows the total number of parts. So both these apples are divided into 2 parts, and then I take this one part, the second part, and also the third part. So this fraction we call it as 3 by 2 because total number of fractions are 2, but we have taken 3. Now these fractions can be changed into mixed fraction because here you can see we have taken one whole apple and the other one is half. So this is equal to 1.5. This is known as mixed fraction. So how can we change improper to mixed and mixed to improper? I am going to show it now. 7 by 2 is improper fraction. We will change it into mixed number. What do? We divide 7 by 2. So 2 3s are 6 and 1. This is the quotient and this is the remainder. So after dividing, we write mixed fraction like this. The quotient is the whole number and here remainder will be numerator and denominator remains the same always. So this is quotient is 3, remainder is 1, and the divisor is, or the denominator is 2. How do we get it? See, we have these apples. We divide it into 2 parts because here it is said all the things are divided into 2 parts and the parts should be equal. And now we have to take out 7 out of it. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. So we need another one for making it 7. So this one becomes 1 whole, this is second one, this is third one, and this is the half. So 3 and a half, where we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So how to change this mixed number? This is known as mixed fraction or mixed number. So how can we change this again to this, to improper? Let's see. Mixed fraction or the mixed number, we have written in this form. It has one whole number, one numerator and denominator. So for changing this, what we do, we write the whole number, multiply it by denominator plus numerator and divided by denominator. So this we are following here. The whole number is 3 multiplied by denominator 2 by 2 and add the numerator, that is 1. So 3 2s are 6 plus 1, 7 by 2. So this improper fraction we got from this mixed fraction. Next one is unit fraction. Unit fraction has numerator equal to 1. So any fraction with numerator 1 is known as unit fraction. Now there are some other fractions also. For example, we write it as 4 by 2. This is actually a whole number. How? If we divide both the numbers by their common factor, we get 2 by 1, that is equal to 2. Fractions. Like fractions are those fractions which have denominator same. For example, 1 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7, 8 by 7. They may be proper or improper, but the denominators are same. And when the denominators are same, we can add them or subtract them without any problem. For example, if we have to add 8 by 7 plus 1 by 7, we can simply add the numerators, that is 9 by 7. Or if we have to subtract, we will have to subtract only the numerators and denominators remain same, which is 7 by 7, and again if we cancel it with 7, it is 1. Fractions have denominators different. For example, we write 1 by 2, 5 by 7, 6 by 5. So it may be proper, may be improper, may be unit, but since the denominators are different, we call them unlike fractions. When we add or subtract unlike fractions, we have to find equivalent fractions so that we get the denominators same. Now, what are equivalent fractions and how to find out? See, if I have a piece of chocolate and I divide it into 2 parts, giving one part to my student A and keeping one part for myself. When A was having the chocolate, another student came, B, and said, "Ma'am, I also want to share the same chocolate." So what I do is, I divide the chocolate into 4 parts and keep half for me and give this to A and this part to B. As I was giving it to B, A and B, another student came in and said he also wants to have a share of the chocolate. So what I do is, I break it into 6 parts. I give this to A, this to B and this to C, but I keep half of the chocolate for myself only. See how we do it? Here also I am getting half of the chocolate. Here I am getting 2 2 by 4, but you can see I am getting half. Here also I am getting half of the chocolate, but here the fraction I have is 3 by 6. So these are known as equivalent fractions. Multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2. Then we multiply 1 by 2, both the numerator and denominator by 3. So I get 3 by 6 here, 2 by 4. Now if more students come, what I will do is I will break it into further pieces. Now I am giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 6 students, and still I am having 6 by 12. Again, how we get it? We divide or multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number to get equivalent fractions. When we say fraction, they have to be equal. So here also we have made two parts out of a triangle, here also. But this is not half because this part is smaller and this part is bigger. Similarly here we cannot say this as 1/4 because these two parts are bigger and this is small. So when we say fraction, they have to be equal. So here it is 1/4 and half. This is wrong. Now we can represent fraction on the number line. So let's do it. We will represent 3 by 5 on a number line. 3 by 5 means one whole is divided into 5 parts, and from that 3 has to be represented. So what we do is from 0 to 1 we divide it into 5 parts. Whatever is the denominator, that many parts we divide 0 to 1 into. So this is 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5, and this is 5 by 5 representing 1. So here this is representing 3 by 5. Here we want to represent 2.5. 2.5. So from 0 to 1, this 2 is whole number. From here it is 2, and then half, not the whole one. So in between part will be half. So here this represents 2.5. So children, if we say break it into more parts, then we can say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 1 by 2, this is 2 by 2, this is 3 by 2, this is 4 by 2, this is 5 by 2, and 5 by 2 is equal to 2.5. Similarly, if we want to represent 7 by 5, so what we do is we go on marking the numbers and represent it as 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 5 by 5, that is 1, then 6 by 5 and 7 by 5. So after 1 by 5, this is 2 by 5. Here it is 1, then 1 by 5 and 2 by 5. So 1, 2 by 5. Children, for comparing fraction, we should have the equal wholes. See, these are the two chocolate bars and both are equal. Both of them are divided into 5 parts. That means the denominator is 5. From 1 I take away 3 by 5, and from other I take away 4 by 5. So from which chocolate I am getting more share? From this one. That means 4 by 5 is greater. So when the denominators are same, that means the fractions are like fractions, where the numerator is more, that fraction will be bigger. Here you can see. Now here numerators are same. When the numerators are same, Just check over here. This chocolate is divided into 5 parts and this is divided into 7 parts. From this also I am getting 2 parts, 2 by 5. Here also I am getting 2 parts, 2 out of 7. See, this one is bigger. That means when the denominator is small, the fraction is bigger. That means, see, this chocolate is divided among 5 people and the same chocolate is divided among 7 people. So when we are dividing in more people, that is the denominator is 7, the share we get is lesser. For comparing these kind of fractions where neither the numerator nor the denominators are same, what we do is we cross multiply. So this 5 will come here and this 4 will go there. Numerators will not change its position. So this 5 is coming over here, this 4 is here and this 7 will be going there. So this is 28 and this is 25. So when this is bigger, this fraction 4 by 5 is greater and 5 by 7 is less than 4 by 5. When we have to compare 3 unlike fractions, we have to make the denominator same. So which denominator will fit into all these will have to be the multiple of all these. So we have to find out the lowest common multiple, that is LCM, and for finding out LCM we will do common division method. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4 and 5 is not divisible, so we will bring down 5 as such. Then we will again divide by 2 and 5 we will bring it as such. Then we will divide by 5 and we will go on dividing till we get 1 at the end. So our number is 2 into 2 into 5, that is 2 twos are 4, 4 fives are 20. So new denominator will be 20. Now we have to make half into 20. So what we will be doing, we will be multiplying by 10, and when we are multiplying the denominator by 10, we have to multiply the numerator also by 10, as I have already told you to find equivalent fraction. 3 by 4, again we have to make it 20, so I have to divide it by multiply by 5, so it will be 15 by 20. The next number is 2 by 5, so it has to be multiplied by 4 by 4 to make the denominator 20, so it will be 8 by 20. Now we have got the new fractions. The first one is 10 by 20, the second one is 15 by 20 and the third one is 8 by 20. Now we can arrange them in increasing order or decreasing order. So if we want to arrange in ascending order, we will have to put 8 by 20 first, then 10 by 20 and then it is 15 by 20. Now we don't have to leave it as such. We have to actually in the answer put the original fractions. So 8 by 20 represents 2 by 5, 10 by 20 represents 1 by 2 and 15 by 20 represents 3 by 4. So in ascending order, 2 by 5 is less than 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 is less than 3 by 4. For fractions to be equal, they should be from the same whole or equal sized wholes. Here this is also 1/4, separately this is also 1/4, but they cannot be compared because this is small and this is a big. So we cannot say this 1/4 is equal to this 1/4. But here in this case, when the bundles have been made, they are equivalent fractions. They can be said as equivalent fractions because here this fraction we have 6 out of 8 shaded. Here we have made bundles, so here it becomes 3 by 4, and here we have made bundles of 4, so this is 1 and this is half. These are equivalent fractions because (6 by 8) divided by 2 by 2, we get 3 by 4. So this is equivalent fraction. We get equivalent. Previously I told you equivalent fractions can be found out by multiplying numerator and denominator with the same number, and here we are dividing the numerator and denominator with the same number to get the equivalent fraction. Isn't a fraction, it is the sum of unit fraction. Unit fraction means numerator 1. When we add 1 by 7 3 times, we get 3 by 7. Now, children, there are questions like what is the fraction of an hour? What fraction of an hour is 40 minutes? What fraction of an hour is 40 minutes? Here 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And how much is 40 minutes of an hour? So we divide 40 by 60 and then we reduce it. How to reduce a fraction? When we reduce a fraction, we divide the fraction by its HCF, or we divide a fraction by its common factor. For example, here if we divide it by 10 by 10, we get 4 by 6. Again we can divide it by 2 and we will get 2 by 3. We can do it directly also, dividing 40 by 60 directly by 20, as 20 is their HCF, and we get it 2 by 3. 20 2s are 40 and 20 3s are 60. Now we will be solving these questions. See, 1/3 of 1 hour. So here we say 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, and this off means multiplication. So 1/3 off means multiply. 1 hour is 60 minutes, and when we multiply there is nothing below, so we put a 1 under this whole number. 1 denominator means it is not broken into any parts. So now we reduce it. Reducing means dividing the numerator and the denominator with the same number, or this denominator is also called divisor. We can divide 60 by 3, so it comes to be 20 minutes. So 1/3 of an hour is 20 minutes. 1/4 of a year. 1 year means 12 months. So 1/4 of means multiply 12 months. Again we put 1 over here and cancel it or divide it. 4 1s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. So this comes to be 3 months. 3 months is 1/4 of a year. Now 1/6 of a dozen. 1 dozen represents 12 things. So 1/6 of 12, again we are putting denominator as 1 because 12 is a whole number, and then dividing by 6. Dividing 12 by 6, we get 2. 6 ones are 6 and 6 twos are 12. 2 by 1, that is 2. So 2 things is 1/6 of a dozen. Reduce to lowest terms. That means we have to divide this number again and again so that the final numerator and denominator are co-prime numbers. Let's see. We can divide it by 2 because both are even numbers. So it comes to be 6 by 8. We can again divide it by 2 by 2 and it comes to be 3 by 4. And now see, 3 and 4 both have no common factor. That means we can say this fraction has been reduced to lowest terms. We can also do it in one go. We have to divide both the numerator and the denominator by the HCF, and the HCF is 4, and we get 4 3s are 12 and 4 4s are 16. When the co-prime numbers are there, 3 and 4, their HCF is 1, so we cannot further divide it into lower forms. If you found this video useful, do like, share and subscribe.